There you go. Here.
Wasn't this, Irving Materials gravel for sidewalk to driveway replacement?
Yeah. It's down the sides where they dug up where people's driveways were at to put the sidewalks in. It was replaced. That was in the contract.
That wasn't in,
Was in the contract.
so then why do we buy it for?
It comes off of the bid. He doesn't get that money.
So we pay for the material, basically.
Mhm. Mhm.
Was this one for, Tom Combs Auto Repair?
Yeah.
Huh? What's that for?
How much is it?
$1,000.
Part of the motor replacement?
Mm-mm.
What's it say over there?
It says some kind of hoses, refrigerant, lubricant. Flavor.
Yeah, air conditioning. Air.
That unit has the, 1, 2, 3, 4 refrigerant, that includes the new really expensive stuff.
So, but this wasn't approved before having it done?
Yeah. Repairs on the vehicle.
That was supposed to go along with the motor replacement,
Yes.
because when you remove the motor, all the freon and compressant that's in there has nowhere to go but out.
The only thing that I am seeing, I really thought I saw in here somewhere, 950. Where I'm saying there's mobile home park. Mobile home unit space, that's some 300,000 square feet. I'm not seeing. And 150, that seems like a lot.
Is it gonna do-
I don't even know if I can-
So how many acres is there?
I don't have any idea how many's down there. I have no idea, but I can look.
Not very much.
I mean, you keep digging out
What?
of acreage, you know, keep
You
digging.
know where it's at? The house on, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, there ain't no acre down there.
No.
Well, yeah.
Not that, we don't have that big a piece of
Does the-
land.
Is the, is the acreage
I would even say be.
probably not even a quarter of an acre?
I say, if you're lucky, a quarter.
But there's nothing. Nothing, I'm not seeing anything in here for a single dwelling. It's all mobile home park.
Still, it'd be under same thing as a mobile home.
I understand, but it's not.
It'd be the same one, what kept that lady from wanting to put a tiny home in down there, whatever that square footage was.
I think you have to have at least 1 acre.
There's a whole ordinance on tiny homes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, so.
Because when we looked down there on South Street that time, there's not, for all the trailers there, even for one trailer, you didn't have enough acreage.
That gentleman may not be here. He's a truck driver. He mailed that stuff in.
Looks like it's I think it'd be. No. 60.60 acres.
068.
0.0 or 0.60,
Even a full acre.
a sixth of an acre.
Yeah.
What is it? Yeah.
I'm having such a hard time finding it.
Before I vote on that, I want to see the actual picture of the actual dwelling. That is not what that's a 40-foot by 16-foot. Not a 13.4 by 32.
Is that what it says on it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't.
So I wonder if it's just that style and a smaller version.
That's probably.
about half that.
Looks like it's only a 1 bedroom, so.
Yeah.
Well, there ain't a whole lot of space there, that's for sure.
Yeah, 'cause that there is just a drawing. I mean,
I think they're like 50.
like a book brochure style
Yeah.
An advertisement.
Yeah.
It's 400.
If you just go by scale, if you look at the window, a typical window is about 2 foot wide. There. That's on the paper.
Yeah.
Why do all the walls are in the same spot, right?
This thing even says. Dimensions, floor plans, elevation, features, and other information are subject to change without notice. Square footage and other dimensions are approximate. Photograph and video are shown of an optional features. Third-party additions such as a garage porch may not be available. Yeah, this is out of the catalog.
The minimum width is 40 feet.
Minimum length is 40 feet.
With,
Width.
Oh,
That's a heck of a trailer.
that'd be a double wide.
Yeah.
Big more than a double.
Yeah, that's it.
well, if you go, I mean, I'm giving it benefit of the doubt, it's still, that's 32 that way.
I guess I know what width you're talking
Yeah,
about, but
the front of it would be the width of it, but
it's still.
yeah, it's still not, whichever way you look at it, it's still not within
Space. Space area.
Yeah.
it.
Mobile homes unit space area, the minimum area of the mobile home unit within the mobile home park shall be 8,000 square feet. Mobile home unit space width, the minimum width of the mobile home unit space within the mobile home park shall be 40 feet.
Say 3,000 square feet.
Hughes isn't even that big. 3,000.
That's a big,
That's
that's
half
huge.
my house.
There's a.
Well, houses in 3,000.
Listen, my name Yeah, there's something right there. Yeah, there's not right.
Before double.
Still. That's not 3,000 square feet.
None of these have, invoices with them.
What are they? I can tell you why.
This is for Quentin, for an ID thing for $150.
Quentin? What was it?
What was it?
I don't know.
Oh,
INFCCU.
child support.
Yeah.
I won't have an invoice for that. Comes out as payroll.
Deduction.
It has his remittance ID right there. It is a payroll garnishment. And then Scott Warner, you don't have a receipt for that because he called and asked for his deposit back from across the street.
Which one is that? I'm not into that one. Oh,
This
this.
had 100, and then Whitewater Concrete, he's sending me an invoice for that. He forgot it at the house.
What about Cody Frame?
Cody Free needs to give me
Yeah, I get that.
invoice, so I have to, because I have to turn that in.
Does that go to the,
Great. So, back to the trailer really fast. There is no. I read what it was here, that's all I know.
what's the time on that?
Tiny,
Can you read about the boxes?
I mean, under the square footage, that's what I would consider a tiny home. In all honesty, go by the square footage.
There's a definition in there as to what they define as a tiny home, too. Or I would hope.
And this is literally just one bedroom, a living room, one bedroom, and then a living room, kitchen is one room.
Sounds like my little.
Yeah, bathroom.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
You can say.
Yeah.
Mine did.
Well, the water, you know, that's too. Maybe, did you turn the heat on in here?
Yeah, that's kind of what-
I thought you were gonna throw that at me, honestly.
Well,
So this guy's a truck driver?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But you,
I know it's needs to.
What did I want it?
yeah, you know, like,
You have
Uh,
lighters?
no, that's.
the
Spider?
The not, Chipotle.
Yeah, it's not horrible.
Hot headed, I like, yeah, most.
I used to know a lot about this.
Where are they? One book says one thing.
It's definitely better than.
Probably not, Brian, the other book.
You gotta go sit down and do that one. Shit, take that one to go. But there's any place.
You can go in there, order it, take it to them. They'll go in this side for you. They just don't, I mean,
I'm a thought, but I gotta go like her, I don't like their. Yeah, like one salt.
Of course.
Mhm.
Hey. Found it. They're different.
Who's the fire, the Midwest Gear Solutions, who's that for the fire department?
that's who's washing our gear.
Where's that at? I mean, like,
It's up by East, like East Madison, up that way somewhere, it's here, about an hour away. I'd have to look it up to see where it's exactly at. Don't want to. Should be the same one I'm thinking of anyway.
Tiny house is a dwelling that is
Maybe.
400 to 500 square feet or less in the floor area, excluding lofts. Tiny homes come in two different sizes, movable on wheels and stationary on foundation. The tiny house RV is built with wheels on it or on the trailer, which makes it portable. That's all it says.
It's a square foot.
Under
400.
Use it 448 if it's a 14 by 32.
Well, it's 13.4, so.
Yes, I mean, you're giving the benefit of the
Yeah.
doubt. And he still ain't making it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're not allowed to have any tiny home?
tiny trailer.
It doesn't say that you cannot have. It gives you the dimensions for them.
Is there any ordinances that pertain to whether they can and can't do certain things?
I think it's in a super gray area, because it's room between a tiny home and a mobile home.
Well, I remember you guys talking about tiny homes once before, I think.
Well, it's because that lady wanted to put like 4 of them together,
That's all it says about them.
so.
It's the definition.
The actual
Yay or
ordinance is
nay?
probably in one of the other 6 books.
I might have more.
Oh, let me go to the garage data, I might pull up it.
Yeah, right.
Tiny houses movable are not to be used for living, sleeping, or housekeeping purposes within the city limits of Milton. Tiny houses do not have holding tanks for black, gray, or fresh water sources. He's hooking into the system.
There's almost a.
Tiny houses must
That
be
would still,
connected
he's
to
gonna
water.
have to, he's gonna have to put it on a foundation for it to go. If not, then it's not gonna fly. Because of the square footage, just putting it in a tiny home. The tiny home,
Yeah, it's a bit slab
Yeah.
there, but they're just gonna take it off.
That's not a fountain. That's not a foundation though. You'd have to sit it on that for it to be the foundation. For the foundation, he's gonna have to build a literal, make it like a, Modular.
Attach it to it.
you'd have to build like an actual foundation for it to sit on.
like cement blocks.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
can't just be a slab you set it on.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's gotta be a foundation for it to go.
Oh, why there's, how long in that's, what do they call it, sheds. With the folded on
It's a tiny house.
it. No, it's a shed. In the back.
I guarantee you can make one for 500 square feet.
Oh, yeah.
Two.
They
The
won't-
longer
A
time.
lot of places won't finance them either, like financial institutions won't finance them if they don't have foundations and the wheels and the tongue taken off.
But the places that build them will finance them though.
But you can.
Yeah, they have. Cause they'll come and get it.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
That was the first time I've ever seen somebody repo a freaking shed.
Oh, no, dragging power wire and everything down.
Kennel and everything.
Literally, throw stuff out.
Junior, they were doing it one day.
Yeah. I watched some videos on it. It's comical.
Set your stuff out.
Whose Ram truck is that out there?
Did you get it?
Huh?
Did you get it?
What is it, yours?
No.
I was wondering, if you're going east-west, you're like taking up 2 or 3 time zones, I'm pretty sure. I think it's
I was
north.
on his truck.
Yeah.
Norman.
This dude.
I'm like, what's the big?
Long road.
Well, a long day with the, yeah, I mean.
You're gonna do a
it-
3-point turn to park anywhere. you
Yeah,
want.
exactly, yeah, that's the only downside, it's great having all that.
But it's like long road, you know, you're pulling the fifth wheel, you don't have to worry about hitting your cab of your truck.
True, right.
Thank you.
Compensating.
Maybe.
Anything exciting going on in your world?
What did you?
Oh, just busy,
He was talking
not,
about you.
not exciting. Guys been doing good, you've been,
What did you call
made
it?
a couple of rides. Made a couple of good ones recently, haven't you?
Oh, no, no, not you.
Yeah, but you called it like two different days. For him not
You guys have
to
access to a dog if you need it?
Make,
Kind of, sorta, yeah.
Yeah.
If it's available, if it, yeah.
And there's still an opportunity for.
I've still seen since then.
What is
I was gonna get one in too.
it?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I mean, all right.
I'll plug that.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
can take over.
yeah. Some actual
Yeah, I
situation.
cannot remember.
Cause if he's not gonna be here. Back to open.
You gotta make sure he knows us though.
But I don't know if you'll be able to say anything about that or not.
You can't build on the roof, I know that.
Business.
Is there a way to have him removed?
Think there is, I'll have to research it, but I can do that.
Cause he's doing backdoor business without letting the rest of the council know stuff.
Well, that's
I call it
doing,
backdoor.
acting on behalf of the council without letting the council know.
Yeah.
That's definitely something that you can act on. I mean, I don't wanna give you specific advice without knowing a little bit more about the situation and then
Yeah.
doing some research, because gets into a sensitive issue, so, yeah.
Alright.
All right.
So we get though. So he's still getting paid and he hasn't showed up in months. In months,
We can fix that.
like 1 month,
When we had the meeting at the fire department, July?
no. it was
So
May.
here's what I would recommend. Why don't we schedule an executive session? Okay, for just that purpose. We'll bring that up. I'll come over. I'll take a look at what you got. I'll do the research ahead of time, and then I can kind of go, okay, here's the statutory authority for what you can do, for these different situations. And, you still have to, obviously, you'll still have to have, if it's gonna be a public vote kind of, or not public, it's gonna be a vote type thing, you'll have to put it in the next meeting, but at least then we can kind of talk about it without airing necessarily the dirty laundry until it's time to.
Gotcha.
I had also, and I'm just gonna throw this out, I mean, I can bring it up if you want, I kind of had an idea how we could handle the code enforcement thing. I did a little research on that. I'll just tell you, let's just wait till the meeting and I'll talk about it.
We're rolling.
Oh, we are rolling?
Yeah, we haven't started the
The
meeting.
Yeah.
council meeting don't start till Scott.
Yeah, no, we'll just wait till new business and I'll just throw it out there and it's something that we can discuss. We might want to bring it up. I don't think we need to talk about the executive session because it's not really, but it's just kind of an idea I have on how it might work. Not cost the town too much money. I'm getting paid something, so I'm not doing it for free. And it's not falling on every single person in the town. Anyway, we'll talk about it once we're on the record.
So we need to pick a day for an executive meeting.
I guess it'd be up to see what Chris has available first.
I actually, you tell me, I'll watch you and only one of me, so. You're talking like, ooh, not 2 weeks is bad. I could do it at the last week of the month. Actually, probably do it next week or the last week. No, not next week. Last week of the month, middle of deer season, okay.
I know, yeah.
But I can do. That. No.
25th, the day after your birthday, Jeanette?
I don't care.
That's fine, we can do that.
What time?
It's
When is that? What day is that?
a Tuesday.
Tuesday.
I figured most Tuesdays are usually big. Wednesday church and Friday, I guess, who wants to be here Friday night, right?
Be here on Tuesday.
What time?
Well, I just do 6 10.
6.
You said 6:10.
6 to 10.
6 to
Chris-
10?
that
You said that.
No, no.
You said 6 again.
No, 6:05.
Clock in for overtime on that one.
Yeah, Larry definitely have to come back today.
6 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll take a look at what you got here and then I can find out a little more and I can bring you some.
Give it to me.
All right, is this something I can take for now or is this?
I
You
trust
don't need
you.
me? Order.
Yeah, you do. He's a lawyer.
Hey, nobody likes a good lawyer. Ask the staff of the place, I walk in, half the time I come in muttering, oh, I hate lawyers. Lawyers are some of the best people and some of the worst people I know. There's not a lot of middle ground.
Yeah.
That's a Mustang. Yeah, that's something more. No, it's just. I mean,
Let's go. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I can't thank everybody for coming.
Well, we have that.
they're sticking out of it.
I didn't know how much.
I want to come over for the movie now. Good.
All right, we're gonna start out by briefly looking over the claims because we just filled them out. And then, I'll ask for a motion that but I'll wait for I briefly. So. Thank you all for coming. So do I have a motion that we accept the claims from the period of October 14th to November 6th?
I'll make a motion.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carried. Oh, the special business meeting minutes. Why don't you look over them for? Yeah, that's where we talked about
Ordinances.
the warning, yeah, the first violation, the warning, second violation, fine, third violation.
Did we put a limit on how many chickens they're allowed to have?
6.
Okay.
It's, well, that's what the paper says. Somebody's got a rooster behind me.
That's a cornfield.
Well, okay, diagonal behind me. Technically,
He's not in the city no more.
that's why we're saying, well, if you go technical, the way the house is built, in front of me, somebody has a chick, has a rooster.
Yeah.
And it sounds horrible. It don't even sound cool.
This teacher felt that.
I can't see it, I just hear it.
I know where it's at.
We get that ordinance. We'll take care of that, bro.
There's 4 roosters around Tiffany's house.
She lives in the county.
The roosters are actually impound limit.
This ordinance reviews where we talked about the chickens, no roosters, junk stores, park rules, and, the weed and vegetation ordinance. And then that would take us, up to the discussion of this mobile home trailer, whatever.
So have we need to approve these minutes? too?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
first one,
And then 14th. The special meeting and then the 14th meeting.
We did the 14th, you know.
Who made a motion?
She made a motion, Jeanette made it, right second.
no, that was
That was
for,
claims.
that's the
Acceptance of
claims.
the- Okay, yeah. All right, so we need a motion for the acceptance of the minutes from October 14th, council meeting, 2025.
Make the motion.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carried.
Yeah, special
So
meeting.
now we're gonna,
Special meeting.
and where is, what is the paper for the special meeting?
Now, the special meeting was the
With the
one,
ordinances.
okay.
The 14th was a regular business meeting.
I got that.
I'll make a motion to approve the, October the 17th minutes.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. That's fine. Motion carried.
I don't know why Barry's not here, so,
So are we gonna discuss that with him here or not? or-
you took his, interlocal agreement
I did.
for the,
For the
radio.
radio one.
Yeah.
I didn't have any issues with it. I also talked to the county attorney about the interlocal agreement. It looked fine to me. I don't have, as long as the town was okay with the financial obligation. You know, which, I mean, without getting into policy, I mean, the pluses of, I took your only copy. Oh, okay, sorry about that. I didn't realize that. I didn't bring it with me because I didn't realize it was your own copy. I'll make myself a note to send you,
Okay.
scan it and send it back.
All right.
So the interlocal agreement for the radios is on hold, is that what?
No, he said he didn't see anything. issues
I didn't
with
see
it.
any, I saw no, nothing that gave me concern as, you know, from a legal perspective. If from a policy perspective and a cost perspective, you all were okay with it, I thought it would be fine.
And it just stated that they're giving the radios to the police department, fire department. And if anything happens to those radios, it's our responsibility to,
It's for the fire department, for them changing their
It's 800.
to 800.
So we vote on that.
You need to vote.
All right, do I have a motion that we accept the interlocal agreement?
That's not the 3,000 one, right?
No, that's
No.
next.
Okay.
Or it's in mine.
70,000.
Yeah. How much was that?
It looks like they're about $4,800 a piece,
Yeah.
so they're 15 of those, expensive.
You're doing a
The
certain
important
amount
thing-
of them though.
Yeah, no, like if I pull my stuff, I know it.
Yeah, I think
It's
it was
like
11.
11. And then.
And so many pages.
Yeah,
Yeah, the real important thing there was gonna be making sure that, you know, I mean, that you keep accountability for them. I mean, if they break, they're gonna be, gonna be repaired, and there's gonna be an expense for that, of course, but I think you're prepared for that. But if they disappear, that's where it could be a real problem.
So the fire department is gonna have to like do
strict and
Well, we're gonna
And
keep
then-
pretty strict inventory on them, and only let them be in the hands of people that actually go on runs, what we haven't seen for 6 months right here, probably won't, you want to take them all.
Maybe it won't be so bad.
Yeah, they're about $700 a piece.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's cheap,
As far as, yeah,
but I mean.
working at that frequency rate, that's expensive.
So.
Yeah.
I'll make the
and
motion.
then we'll sign it.
Well,
Big
all right, it's gonna be great.
Frederick made a motion
It's
to approve
it's pretty much unusable.
the interlocal agreement. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? And that brings us to the mobile home.
He said he might not be here because he's driving.
Does council want to vote on it with him not here? They want to wait till he's here?
I need a question. I need to ask him.
I think we need to ask
Okay.
him some questions.
I will table it so he can be here.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so we're ready for Quentin's water and sewer department report.
Pretty easy. It's been a pretty slow month, but it's gotten bolder. We have, officially started leaf collection. We picked up for our third time today. We went ahead and picked up early from what I put out on the original because of the rain and the snow coming this weekend. We did have a small, hiccup with, somebody, still mulching their leaves, but we did have that little hash out, face to face before the meeting tonight.
So we want to stress that, no mulch leaves.
Yes.
Everything else has been going pretty smooth.
For the camera, what does the mulch leaves do to the system?
Well, we do have an older, leaf collector, the leaf sucker. It's kind of finicky. We gotta mess with the throttle and everything just to get it to start off full start. She's old. We've had small sticks clog that thing up. We gotta reach in there with, our, rake to clear that.
I was just asking because you would think that a mulch leaf would flow easier than a big leaf.
Well,
If
when
they're
we
wet,
pick it up, sometimes they're so soft and wet.
Yeah,
So big old clumps. It's not just a
Gotcha.
leaf. it gets
I got
stuck in.
I got you.
Like we picked up a couple piles today. They've been sitting for a while because of the issue of the mulch leaves. We got picked up today finally, but they were clumped at like down at the bottom really hard.
Gotcha.
So, that's the first issue. The second issue is that box that we have. It's wooden, it's handmade,
Yeah.
it's falling apart. So, I mean, the harder we have to beat and bang on it and scrape on it to get those leaves out, the quicker it's gonna deteriorate.
So how does the mulching impact citizens? If they're mulching their leaves,
I mean,
on their
it
own
doesn't
property.
impact anybody.
They should mulch
A brand new
it.
mulcher and a brand new collector, it wouldn't be an issue whatsoever. It's just our stuff is old and we have to take care of it as long as we can.
you gotta babysit it all the time.
Yeah.
All right. All
Oh. And then, we've been discussing trying to, take the fluoride out of the system, like a lot of the other, communities around here.
This is the third time that we've talked about it, so you guys can vote if you want it out. Or we have to start replacing pumps.
Okay, so do I have a motion that we do away with the fluoride on our water system?
I'll make it.
Have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion's carried.
To remove the fluoride from the system.
Yes. And they're not.
And that way we don't have to replace all of that.
Let it run out.
I mean, it really, I'd like to ask Doug on that one. We can take it out, but then we still have to get rid of the fluoride that we
As I
have.
said, I would just let it just empty out on its own, then let's think, gotta worry about disposing of it.
Okay, Matt, you got a police report?
Too much to report. You guys have the stats there. The only other thing that we really have going on is we worked in partnership with Pershing to move the flock camera that's just north of town here, a little further north. And that is because more or less of a verbal agreement with us in Cambridge City. Cambridge City got on with flock as well. They're putting cameras at the east and west ends. And so we're moving ours up north so that we can all agencies have access to all 4 of those cameras, and everything coming into the center point, which is 140, will get hit by the flock cameras so that we've got a broader area covered.
So you moved it north of Boyd Road?
We took it to, well, it's going to be moved to Goosehaven Road.
Where's that?
On the other side of the road?
On the other side of 70.
No, this side of 70,
Yeah.
right on the other side of Cambridge, because what they're doing is they're putting one out by Pennville, which is helping us with the traffic coming into Pershing. And so,
Cambridge. and
anything
Milton
coming
are
in.
sharing.
right, effectively, Cambridge is putting one at the county line on 40 and one at Pennville and 40. So we've got one south of our town at Nickel Plate Road, and we're moving ours further north so that they can use it as well, because we're gonna be using their camera on.
So really, that's not even in them.
Well, just like their camera's not in Cambridge City, but we're still going to be having the access to it.
Right.
I see what you're doing, I mean. But still, like if somebody comes down Boyd Road from Cambridge that you're looking for, you're not gonna catch them. It's not gonna hit a camera.
Well, they can't get out of the area. Because anybody coming into the area off of any of the major roads, 70, or not 70, but 40.
If something happens in Cambridge City though, they come down Boyd Road and come down Milton Road, they're missing every camera.
Right, just the same as if they come down over here on Wagner and
Yeah.
go through town and head out Milton.
Cemetery.
I mean, unfortunately, we don't have enough
I
money
think, yeah.
to hit every single road. We'd love to. Don't get me wrong, it would make way easier, but there's really no good way to do that.
Yeah, I see what you're doing, like putting it out far.
Right, we're trying to get the most traffic for everybody.
Yeah.
And working in conjunction with them. It's a $850 price tag to move the camera. Pershing agreed to pay that for us. So it doesn't cost the town of Milton anything. It does, however, benefit us because that brings Cambridge City on with those other 2 cameras that now we have traffic in all directions. The other thing,
Is Pershing willing to pitch in on the yearly cost? For the towns that are protecting them?
I don't know. That's definitely something we can ask. I know that they said that they were in their budgeting process trying to budget for some of that stuff, but I don't know where they're at with that. Their council meeting isn't until next week. The other thing was, there's something else. Oh, we applied for a county grant for opioid money. We put in for like somewhere around 10 grand, a little more. And they came back and did award us like 10,500 or 10,480 something. I can't remember the exact number. But we did get that grant money. It's specific to certain items that we put in for, that we can go over on the other end of things. But that's good news. We're bringing money in to pay for things that are needed, that are, bring value into the department at that point. The other thing that I have to talk about would be the park cameras. I don't know if we want to talk about that now or if there's a whole nother line later down the road for it, but it's up to you guys. If you want to talk now about it, we can. If not, we can wait.
What other cameras?
The park, like,
Just regular, oh, just cameras in
yeah,
at the
the
park.
cameras in the park that you guys have originally talked about, was trying to get some quotes for.
That, they talked about the light poles at the park. Or,
Any internet setup for it.
yeah.
So, I mean, ultimately, like, I know that one company came in and they, I guess they're 10 grand quote or something. I reached out to, Sensor up here. That was probably a month and a half, 2 months ago, and we've had talks, but never really got anything back from them quote wise. I know they said that it was a verbal talk that I had with them was somewhere, I think, in the 7 or 8 thousand for what they call a multi-view camera, which is one camera that just kind of catches the whole area.
That's like the one I showed.
Similar. The other one, I think Amy has the quote that Flock sent me. We already work with their system. They have come in, they've given us a quote for their camera. We had a demo. I think it's a good system. I think it'll add to our already dynamic Flock system. Yep. Ugh. So,
Who was the first company you said up there?
Sensor. Yeah. They didn't give me any sort of official quote yet. I reached out to them last week and then again today and never heard anything back. I know their sales guy's pretty busy, but that's just kind of where we're at with them. Obviously, I'm not asking you guys to vote on anything right now. It's
Is
just
this
what
just a
camera.
regular camera or a flock camera?
It is Flock, but it is not an LPR.
Okay.
So all this is a security camera effectively. You guys are welcome to look through that. That's the quote from Flock.
You don't have to be logged into the clock system to look at that camera.
No, you
Maybe
will.
do it without.
You'll have to, well, I mean, it'd be as simple as giving her a login to that camera specifically.
Really, the only person that really need it would be the police department.
Right.
I
Exactly.
don't want it.
And ultimately, all that camera would do, there's no facial recognition, there's nothing like that. It is strictly a security camera only. Now, some of the features that it will do is you can set it up to motion detect. So it is a wide, I think 180-degree camera at its farthest point back. And when it catches motion, it'll then zoom in on that motion, follow it until there isn't motion or it reaches the edge of the camera view, and then zoom back out.
We don't have a price for that.
But
Yeah,
that's,
there is a price on there.
but that's just one camera.
Correct. That is one camera with a giant wide angle, and
They might have, but it's still like,
the other big thing that for the cost of it on there is you don't have to put Wi-Fi to it. It's cloud based, so all your storage is in the cloud. You don't have to go change out hard drives or anything like that. It's solar powered, so you're not hooking up to a power source.
On a windy day, like, it's gonna stay.
Well, it's got
It's
an
not-
internal
it's not a
battery.
battery.
Yeah.
but we've already, but the thing is, like I said, but we've got, the park got approved for money for Wi-Fi, didn't it? So-
Well, and when we did that, we didn't have that
Yeah.
approval, so that's why that's there. It was just one of those things that was their kind of like push of, hey, look, if you don't have Wi-Fi there, you don't want to have to deal with getting Wi-Fi there. We offer the cell phone, we offer the solar, so that it's, standalone. You don't have to do anything for it.
Yeah, the issue about that is, like I said, yeah, it's just, that's a hell of a price for one camera.
Yeah.
And it tracks, I understand how it tracks. But if there's multiple things going on, it's only gonna track one thing. It might not be the right thing.
Well, the way he explained it to me was if the camera picks up more than one standalone motion, it backs out to a wide view and catches everything that it can. So maybe it won't back out like all the way, but it'll back out to where that parameter of, and if they're walking, like say you got two people in the middle of the park walking opposite directions, it's just gonna slowly pan out as they walk away. But it's how he explained it to me. So
But how many cameras was that other company that was $8,000?
so Sensor was quoting us the same thing, one camera with multi views.
Yeah, or whoever,
Yes,
ASI was like 10 something, wasn't
it
it?
was over 10 and we had to supply power and internet.
And,
We got power, we'll have internet.
I
see what you're
it's,
saying.
It's not, I would put it to you this way, I'm not in it, I'm telling you just all the information, it doesn't matter to me what camera system y'all go with, you know what I mean? I'm just giving you all the info that we have, and they gave me the most info because we already work with them.
Yeah.
So,
So is this, so then we were charged $4,000 a year?
correct, yes, it's a year, the same thing with like our LPRs.
Also, even though we already pay that, whatever we're paying for the 2 cameras we got, so it'd be that much for another $4,000 a year.
Again, I'm giving you guys the information is all I'm doing.
We're gonna get some ring cameras.
That's an easy option.
Yeah, it is.
Because we already buy into them and it don't cost much.
Yeah.
But especially if we're getting internet and power up there. Yeah.
Each, like I said, each corner is gonna have power. The
And I
poles
think-
that have power, the light poles, and plus internet is wherever it's gonna be at out there, so.
The gazebos, the shelters will have power.
Yep.
So, yeah.
I mean, ultimately, I think the biggest draw for that, I guess I would say, or something similar, we don't even have, you know, like I said, it doesn't matter to me, is just the ability to have that zoom.
Oh, yeah.
Because like, don't get me wrong, flock cameras are great, or not flock, but ring cameras are great, but they're static.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so that would be my only thing there. And even if we go with something different, like I said, they haven't given me what they've got yet because, well, I don't know, they don't reach back out to me. But I wanted to give you guys that because I've had that for a month and a half now. So I wanted to go ahead and give that to you guys, and that way you guys had all the info.
I mean, $8,000 plus $4,000 a year.
It's $8,000 every 2 years.
It says annual recurring after 1 year.
$8,000.
Oh, no, it's
Oh, okay.
4,000 for the setup, 750 for the camera, 4,750 plus the after the 4,000.
It's 4,000 a
Yeah,
year.
so really it's gonna be 4,750 this year.
Right, 4,750 to install and this year's, and then going forward, it'd be $4,000 every year. Is the way I understood that.
If that was, it might as well just get a whole nother camera every year.
I'm not saying you're wrong. Oh.
That's rugged.
And to the point, when I talked with the sensor guys, they had a similar camera, and I haven't seen it yet. I haven't really looked at any of it. Yeah, it's paint. I don't even know how it got there. But the way they explained to me was their price was their install fee and everything, and then there was like a every 5 years price for like the licensing. But I don't remember how much they told me. So as soon as they get that back to me, I'll bring it to you guys. But
Did we see what Camber City was using?
They haven't made a decision. Last I heard, they hadn't made a decision.
Personally, for $8,000, I just put a ring camera.
Yeah.
I put a ring camera on every couple square feet where you want
if
to.
the Wi-Fi is good out there, it's a very easy
Well,
viable.
they're supposed to be, well, they figure it out, but they give quite a bit of money to do
Some
some.
Wi-Fi out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, did we figure out, did the Verizon? Did we see like how much it would cost, like for there and here and the garage to see if they
We
could?
have Verizon there. No, we have.
No, Frontier, I mean.
No,
Cable.
The new fiber.
Oh,
Joe hasn't had the second to stop by here for me to get a
Oh,
good contact.
to the fiber optic.
We're just gonna see like what it
That's
is.
That's some nice internet. I got that at my house and it's fast. So I don't know what it is for like,
I don't know.
my house, I pay $80 for a gig of data and that'll run.
Yeah, I paid 90 for that much. Yeah, through Comcast.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we're just, cause they're just coming to town, so we're looking at prices to see if it'd be cheaper to go everywhere, even up there,
I would think so.
if we can bounce.
I know that,
I mean,
maybe, I'm sure maybe they would do something to that line. Like I know when I signed up, we got a promotional deal
yeah.
for like the first year or something. Might be something to look
I mean,
into.
like I said, they're on the poles, so they can't just put it somewhere. And like I said, if they put a box somewhere where you can,
Like we can bounce this and the school off of each other. Like that guy was talking about doing Comcast with the fire department.
Yeah, that flock thing just kind of salty.
I know, I just, like I said, it's
Just
not-
for a pan.
Right.
Zoom camera.
I think really with thing on the tower. If I was back to the table, we've got, power and you've got, internet out there, it would maybe bring that cost down some. I don't know. True,
Yeah, reef cameras are looking really good.
Yeah,
Like I said, don't get me wrong, I know a lot about the flock because we have flock.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to sway your decision anyway, I just wanted y'all to have the info.
Okay.
$4
Well,
grand a
they use
year
the
off.
telephone post.
Just call me and I'll bring my drone out there when somebody's out there for full radio.
Find any of those telephone posts out there.
Yeah,
Put them on
yeah.
top of the telephone post,
Yep, the light poles.
a light and the camera.
Somebody had a light bulb, that had a camera built into it.
All right, so,
I seen a birdhouse with one, with a camera built into it.
Let's do that.
That's hard. That's a good way to hide it.
I guess now we're ready for the fire department update.
Fire.
Fire.
And they got all.
Yeah, you guys should have the email that Matt sent out. I'll just read through it and kind of go over it. We had a few here and there, but, we did have, it says 11 runs from the county. I actually have 15. I'm not sure what the discrepancy there is, but I did order run reporting. We have 15, so. The next item is Josh Hensley, the design of the assistant chief. I believe that was effective October 25th, if I'm correct. We're still trying to get active membership. It's been kind of hard to kind of rely on the same 5 to 6 people that, are available and show up and have a motivation to want to do it. But we're kind of in the beginning of talking about maybe doing a point and incentive system. Something similar to several does, but not as costly. Pay small amount per run, and if you go to meetings and, it'd be a dollar amount at the end of the year, but, we already give so much for a uniform line really right now, so. This would be just a little added bonus to say, hey, come participate, we need people, and then we'll get some new people.
That works.
Yeah, and we talked to Andy Oy, and he sent us kind of a spreadsheet of how they do theirs, and it, for their big department, how many they do, it's like $1,200 a year for their top performers, and we'll never even come even close to that. So it's just a little to just get somebody to say, hey, it's worth my time, because if people don't volunteer much anymore, it's just not like it used to be.
Can't do nothing for free.
Yeah. Community open house, we didn't have a lot of attendance, but it went pretty good, a lot of support from the county agencies, the attendance did grow from our prior events that we tried to put on, so wasn't busting down the door type people, showing up, but it was more than we thought for the very first thing we did, so I think it's grown. Maybe it'll be better next year over the next month. Engine 2, the deck gun was repaired because we had some issues with that from the last repair that was fixed correctly, and then the Kusamol system was put into basically a battery maintainer, fancy battery maintainer that we have to have when you park it. So that's all up and running. Engine 4, you wanted me to ask about this. Do we know what we can do with that now as far as the repairs on that? He mentioned something, but I didn't want to.
Township, he said he got a phone call from the township. And they said that they would do their share. So now it's up to you all.
I guess maybe what do we do with that from now on? Do we call vote or?
I
How does that work?
how much
Was that?
I think it was like 8 or 9,000, I think.
I
something
think
on there.
so, 8,000, yeah, in between, I want to say it was less than 85.
Do the same thing like they did the engine 2, basically.
No, this is the issue with the pumps. There's some little PTO and it doesn't engage half the time. Not reliable at all. It'll work for 10 times in a row, then 10 times in a row we can't get to engage. It's something with the teeth on the PTO shaft or something, and when they mesh just right, it just doesn't work, no matter what we try. So it's not reliable for anything right now.
I want to say it was like 81.56. I can.
So he was just thinking of, seeking his status on that to see what we're gonna do with it. Next one, Midwest Gear did, repair and clean all the old gear, the basically our secondary gear, so that's almost done. I think we have like 3 or 4 pairs. We gotta go pick up still. But, next, station repairs. So, I think what we decided to do, instead of trying to do a big remodel repair, we just want to replace the ceiling, floors, the walls that were damaged, and probably get some new furniture. I think the insurance has already paid 17,000. I think 3,500 went to the mold remediation. So there should be more than enough money. And Chad Bartlett was, he does that on the side, or does it for a living, and he's gonna probably give us a pretty good deal on doing the repairs this winter. But we're hoping to get approval from you guys before winter, so we can get started on it, because the whole back room just, tore apart still. So like to do that, especially for next year when we have humidity issues again. That's just what caused all this to begin with. So,
Is Chad or somebody gonna wrap the,
yeah, we'll get it. I mean, he or somebody will. I mean, it's just basically wrapping with that insulation stuff. I mean, it's not, we'll take care of that, but, yeah, we just want to approve of that so we can get started on it. Don't really have a formal quote from them as far as I know, but it definitely won't be any more on the insurance. Yeah, I don't think it'll definitely won't be any more with the insurance already paid, so we should be able to take care of that and probably maybe have left over. I don't know, so.
Would venting that room help it any, I wonder?
Event,
Venting the room where the furnace is at.
for humidity or?
Yeah,
No, I think it's just, the back door, there's like a 2-inch gap in it. Another issue, well, I like to see, I've talked to Matt about this, I'd love to have a actual fire door, some type of door in the bay, that way the whole back area is just separate. That way, cause you leave the radio room open, you leave the training room, and people leave the doors open, and, as much as you tell people it's gonna happen, and you get all the humidity, and where that serving things down, it needs to probably have some sill put on it or taken out or something, but that's all that humidity gets in there, and it's just, it's bad. I mean,
I'd take that serving window out, just close it
I mean, the
on.
windows are just covering humidity in the summer fine, but we replace the windows and the doors with all that too, and that'll take care of all that, but we haven't left up there, maybe we'll look at it, maybe put a door, separate the big from the back. That'll definitely take care of it. The other issue is we have the post on the building on the outside, the 6x6 wooden post. Almost all of them are rotted off the bottom. I did give it a quote on that. One quote was like $30,000 to replace every one of them. Yeah.
oh, Lord.
Having another guy that came out, I have never got a quote from him. It's hard to find people to do that. Nobody,
Yeah,
I don't know why.
understand this,
Yeah, nobody wants to take all that job, but, and he made us quote it because he didn't want to do too, Chad Ripberger, the chief of Bentonville, he does it too, but he has not had time. I may just see if he can just give us a quote, and then maybe next spring if it's feasible or whatever, we can do that, but, that's about where that's at. But still actively seeking grants, all the good things are not that we're not, because, I said that last month, applied for a few of them, haven't really heard back, but, any of the FEMA stuff, that's the big dollar ones, it's not gonna.
Bigger
mix or actively billing insurance, so I think I've got about $3,600 in outstanding bills that, hopefully get paid for here soon and those are all from our Rex on I-70. So it's,
Can I have your notes? Cause I'm over here not feeling good. I wrote something down.
you want my notes?
Yeah.
You want mine? You can have one. Do you really want?
Yeah,
Oh, it's
for
scribbles.
the minute.
Oh, there's just scribbles on here.
Thank you.
And I got all of our member run data, if anybody's interested, get me gander that. I'll let you guys look at it on, it shows, our participation and how many runs. I think we're up to, I think as of the day it's 136. I printed that out at 135, but, for the year, and that's about an even split between EMS and fire, categories around. So I think that's all I've got. Any questions at all, or?
So the insurance, they said they've already cut a check for 17.
Yeah. It's
So-
like 14.5, I think.
Let's go ahead and I'll make the motion that do the repairs on that.
You make a motion for the repairs?
And that's just back in the back part of it.
Yeah, just the back, and like we're gonna redo the drop ceiling. It's been really screwed up and messed up. It's not level, so fix that, do drop ceiling tiles, wrap the bin or the what do you call that, the ducting. Replace the windows, fix the walls, that were damaged, which is just drywall, nothing to go and put new flooring in. And hopefully have enough money to replace the furniture that got wet, which I just guessing, I don't think it's gonna be more than what the insurance is paying.
Yeah, should be.
And maybe we'll look at it, if we have enough money, look there, maybe put a door in that hallway, but that wasn't the top of our priority, but
Yeah,
I think it'd be nice. Just to kind of.
I mean, there's a whole bunch of options you can go with that route, so.
Yeah, I think you just go put something like just a door up there, some kind of insulated door and be done and. Should be the, I don't think it had too much cost on, but I think we have more than insurance money to cover all that, so.
Can I add something to that for the fire department also, with us doing that, water leak repair, in the floor? We did notice that the water line is only ran like 2-3 inches underneath the surface. So if we keep having issues with that, it might be better to rerun that water line also.
Where's that at? I mean, where at, and that goes into.
Right down the center of the bay.
In between the,
Trucks.
right in between the trucks, and I heard it, and I was like, what is that noise? And they're like, that's the water leak.
How big is the void underneath there, you think?
There's gappage, we, like underneath, towards the front of it, but we really didn't dig into too much back.
Yeah.
Because it was pretty solid on underneath it too, like there's almost another slab underneath it as well. It's, so. Yeah, it just looks wrong. From the very beginning, it looked wrong.
Okay,
It's almost like one of the things they start looking in some way to get a new department, new building.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the, the cost of that.
All the repairs, yeah.
That's what I'm wondering, if it's even like,
That's the same thing with, the fire trucks too. You look at it and say, well, we spent 20 grand in repairs this year. What point do you say would be better put towards a long thing? Towards a new truck that's not gonna break down, but. I mean, you just have to look at the metrics and hopefully we'll, I'm trying to gather a lot of financial data and I like numbers and metrics. So I got all these, trying to put in all these numbers into us to see where we're spending it's going. Just, from the association and then from the town, that way we can maybe make a, decision next year. I'll look where we need to put our money towards if it's what's the best route to go.
yeah, I think I would do the very minimum, because sooner or later, you're gonna have to do something about your poles or your building's gonna fall down.
Yeah, and that's worrisome too. With,
All the insurance payments paid.
yeah.
Make sure their insurance is paid.
But I don't see any structural issues. I mean, you think you'd start seeing structural issues in the wall if that was really settling like it, but yeah, they're definitely rotted on the bottom and they need replaced, so.
Yeah, cause they just wrapped them in concrete and I guarantee they didn't.
I
They
think they've
didn't.
been repaired a few times, but they get, someone's got creosote on it, like they treated it.
That's what I'm saying. If I didn't know if they, cause like usually they'll tell you to do that crease out before you.
Like some of them on the back, I got the one with the guy and I was like.
But how old that place is, they probably did. It's not even treated wood.
Yeah,
So,
I don't think it is.
so
I thought there were 3 or 4 when you got the luck and you started digging, like, oh, down. I think we got over 20. I think that's pretty much all.
Yeah.
Have you looked at any grants for a new building?
Yeah, but I mean, the big number ones are federal. So, I mean, I really tried to look at them the last 2 months, but then, last month has been, you can't even log into the FEMA Go website, pops up, says, sorry, we're out of money, we're not gonna run the website, so.
The government slows down.
But yeah, I mean, it's possible
Where are
that
we
we
right
have to do that. I mean,
you know, be close to it.
then the question is, do we, same side, different side, better side, leave it there, move it to another part of the town? I don't know. I would say probably stuff to go there. I don't know where else it would go. Be nice to have it closer out on here on one or on one somewhere, but not sure where that would.
Nowhere.
I don't know.
So there's no cheap property.
Yeah.
Except where the park is.
Mhm.
They talked about that one time.
Front yard. Cedric made a vote to
To,
the insurance,
yeah.
and I do agree with.
Yeah, second.
Yeah, I think I would do the bare minimum right now.
But
Uh-huh.
that's what we're gonna do. That's why we went that route.
So then, and then get another quote, maybe like you said, Chris Ripberger
Mhm.
or Chad, give a quote and see.
Yeah, we thought about doing the whole, remodel, make it, use the money and make it a stretch and make it a little bit nicer, but we just want to do the bare minimum, just get it habitable again and make it, to where it's, you actually go sit down if you need to in the back, But I think we're talking about doing that back room, into the training room, just leave tables and chairs in there all the time, so if it needs it from the community, or, you know, there's someone wants to host something there or whatever, it's all set up, they just go and do it, we don't have to move the trucks out and all that, and then use that training room now as more of a day room or couch TV or whatever.
Yeah.
That way it's, you know, stuff that the community can use too back there in the back, and it's, you can probably put 20, 30 people in there easily if you have to, so.
All right, so I'll second the motion then that we do the minimum. And all in favor of doing the minimum repairs? Aye.
Yeah.
All opposed? Motion carries.
And then when the government does open back up, we can look at grants to see for,
Whole new building.
Honestly, I mean, instead of, you know, grant for repairs on a new building, it's probably a better route.
I mean, there's, one, we don't have the 30,000. But if you're spending $30,000 just to fix the problem for a pole barn style,
Yeah.
you can build one.
Not
Well,
much more than that, start.
Oh, no, Siemens,
I mean, yeah, you can build
It
it,
was,
yeah.
well, like Everton, they got $1 million grant for theirs up there.
okay,
It's there.
no, but I mean, like the Siemens would cost you 30,000.
And when they put that.
Turner?
He's gonna come right on over here.
Probably could just use that side lot where after the fires,
Water.
fire stuff is gone and just there and just make that work existing into a parking lot. That way you can keep it running at the same time or redo it.
We probably need to really, since it's been brought up multiple times about, engine 4 repair. So our half would be like 4,100.
Yep.
Do we have that, Amy? Do they have that?
And if it helps, I think you'd get your return on that if you wanted to sell, like you sell it now and it's not, it's worthless, not worthless, but. Well, I mean, probably 5,000 to 8,000 if you're lucky.
Cause you got proof that
Yeah, you put another, you know, 8,000 and you'll definitely at least get your money back and sell it, but maybe a little bit more on top of it, so still worth it to do the repairs. And I could,
just for a safety standpoint, it needs to be done.
yeah, I mean, give it as a backup truck too, I mean, that other one goes down and it could be in the shop for months, so we wouldn't have anything.
Yeah, it's nothing fair.
How long do you think engine 4 will be in the shop?
I'm just guessing how previous repairs have gone, and it's pretty major, I mean, it's not a simple thing, I'd say 2 to 3 months maximum, probably. Yeah. Maybe quicker, I mean, it could be quicker, they turned around the tanker pretty quick, but they just disabled the pump on it, but. That's just my guess, just from what we've seen in the past.
All right.
And vote to repair the engine 4.
Okay, then we need a motion to repair engine 4.
You said that, the township did say they would.
That's what Matt called and told me. Or told us.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried. All right, that brings us to, council updates, if anybody has anything like to add at this point. And if not, we'll go ahead and move to the clerk's updates.
All right, 152 estimated trick or treaters. Heard good and bad. Next year, we need to decide trick or treat is on Saturday next year. If we want to have a good turnout like we did this year and propose that we have a trick or treat at the park, it has been suggested that we either have it on Friday or Sunday.
We'll do Sunday.
Why, so Saturday, when is actual Halloween next year?
Saturday.
So why can't we do it on Saturday?
We could.
I hope we can, but everybody else.
Everybody else.
Saturday.
You
You know,
think-
trick or treat, you wanna get as much kids as you can get.
I don't pass out candy.
Oh, I did.
I sound like a dentist.
A tote, a stick.
Maybe
and
I'm stocking the deals.
I just think like,
But that's something that we can talk about
Okay.
here because that.
Yeah.
Everybody's asking about a trunk or treat at the park.
I'm not really
Because
afraid of
they're-
trunk or treat, but
Huh?
I'm not really into that, so. I mean, people can do it, I have no problem with it, I'm just saying.
And then, the interlocal agreement for the internet. Yes, no, maybe. $3,000. We take the responsibility of getting it installed with that $3,000 and keep Wi-Fi in the park for 3 years.
What was the deal again?
$3,000, that, Wayne County Commissioners are giving us $3,000 to put internet in the park. That $3,000 is used for installation, and we have to keep the Wi-Fi in the park for 3 years.
So all we gotta do, we can use that money to buy poles. Put the antenna on. And installation, cause I'm good with it. Cause it's just a bill after that, it's just like your monthly bill after you get the installation done.
it'd be interesting to see if like Frontier would.
Well, I just told Quentin if he sees, Joe Vickers out and about,
Dragging.
to have him come down here so I can get a good contact.
I just didn't know if it would like jump or whatever they call
Bounce.
it, bounce.
This, like I said, I think that's 3,000 is just where the internet down, basically, internet at the park would be its own entity.
Right, but I mean like, but I mean, if we can get it here
Yeah.
and then it just bounces there.
Oh, that's too far of a distance. You would have a hard time getting, yeah, you'd have a hard time getting like internet
Well-
from here to put to the farm.
Well, they said they could get it from Comcast from the fire station to here.
No,
No,
right off of that, there's a antenna there.
Right, cause there's, I'm sure at the top of the antenna, you can see the bit here, whereas you can't.
There's a house
do that.
actually
we
here.
can put it on top of the flagpole.
One pole, but,
That's shorter than.
all right, that was a joke, I caught it, it took me a little bit.
All right, you need to sign all 3 of these. If you agree to it.
All 3.
Yeah. There's 3 copies.
The copies are the same thing. You,
And what,
the town will keep one will go to the county, and I don't know where the other. I can take them, I can drop them off to county attorney.
Then why you guys are doing that?
do we have a second on that yet?
Oh, I don't even know, did you vote? Did you vote? Sign your life.
For that, I didn't know we made a motion.
No.
I thought you said you made a motion.
And then he
Oh, I
was
did,
talking,
didn't
and then I said, I'll second.
Yeah, I'll make the motion then.
And I'll second.
And vote.
I thought that was something else.
All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carried. We're all on it.
Well,
Okay, I,
Okay to sign now?
yeah,
go right ahead, go right ahead.
Just thought I'd double check. We're already dealing with the fact someone got into our account as a bank.
Now we gotta do.
so after our conversation on our special meeting at the. About ordinances, and we decided that we were gonna lower the fees. I just need you guys to agree to this. I'd like you to sign 2 copies of this so that we can at least have 2 copies in the book. Vote please.
So after the third one, it's $100 every time after the third.
Until we get tired and then go to court.
And then at that time, we can send
45,
it to court, we
50,
can send it for court.
Yeah.
And they pay legal fees and court costs.
This is the ordinance violations instead of being 50, 75 and, or 250.
Staggered fire.
No, instead of it being as high, 250, 750,000, this is $25, $50, $100.
If they come, hey, I'll sign, you know.
Yeah, we talked about this and we think that as high as it was in the past is the reason it's not getting paid. If you would give me a violation of $250 for my grass being high, I can't go buy a lawnmower. And I gotta pay a violation.
Well, you don't have to pay.
It's not like.
Well, I would eventually, because
There was a problem.
so if you guys are good with, all I did was take the old ordinance. Violation fee sheet. Changed or typed all that in and then. Added or changed the amounts and added the signature line amended today. So to you. This actually is about, the second copy is for you.
I'll make a motion.
Thank you.
My second.
Oh, for the ordinance?
Yeah.
Okay. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried then.
Okay, I gave you guys that. Oh, go ahead, Chris.
No, I would, whenever you want me to
Go right ahead.
talk
We're
about,
talking
I
about.
mean, as long as we're talking about that. So this is generally speaking, my thoughts on enforcement. I did do some research and it is acceptable for, your town to have an ordinance or have a provision to recover the litigation cost for enforcing those ordinances. I think that makes a lot more sense than having high fines or fines that are so high, which obviously you don't anymore, which is great. That, it's prohibitive, for people paying them. So my thought on this, and like I said, I've done the basic research. I can bring you all a draft of an ordinance that would basically say, if somebody has an ordinance violation and they don't pay, at some point, they have a certain amount of time to pay, and if they don't pay, it can be referred to, for legal action. Once it's referred to legal action, it comes to me, to our office. We'll send out a demand letter just like we would for any other civil action. Says basically, hey, this is your last chance. So probably just to send a demand letter, there should be some like $50 or something like that, just so, our staff gets paid for their time and things. But, then if you don't respond by such and such a date and, and pay your civil fine, then we're going to file, an action in the Wayne County Court. And if we do that, there'll be an ordinance that supports getting a $500, fee for them to cover that. I think with a combination of reasonable fee, fines, and then the threat of a significant cost for a court, it's not going to take too many of those that I have to actually end up taking to court before people say, yeah, we better pay the $25 and get it done.
422 people in this town, they talk pretty quick that I got a $500 fine.
Yeah, it's not gonna take long for people to figure that out. Yeah, and it wouldn't be a $500 fine, it would be a $25
Yeah.
fine, or, and one of the things that the council would have to decide is at what point would you want to refer it, after the first, the second, the third, that's a policy question more than a legal question at that point. I mean, you might, obviously, if somebody had a $25 one and then they knew that it would never be referred to prosecution or, for enforcement, they might never pay it. So, you might not want to tie your hands like that. But I haven't put the time into this. I wanted to find out if there was interest in it first, but if there is, I can draft up an ordinance that would allow for the collection of that. And I'll get it to you.
And this all will start, so people who have violations now, those will remain. And this will start then in January with this new
That's what
fee
we,
schedule.
yeah, that's what we agreed
Okay,
on.
right.
Everything starts on January 1.
And
And
everything remains now. Whoever has them, those remain at the price and will continue at this pricing until the end of the year.
I mean, that would be a discussion too, of exactly how do you want to handle those fines that are on the books now? Do we want to go for enforcement of those? That's something that we can certainly talk
Or we
about.
need to talk
I
about
think
that.
if we put that into litigation.
Yeah.
we need to see.
Exactly.
That's the second meeting, yeah.
Yeah. don't know how many of them we've gone out for.
We haven't pressed any of them yet because it's,
Yeah, I would
one of the
get
questions that comes
right.
up is. I mean,
Yeah.
they'll get on it,
And then
agree.
after the third bite, after your third strike, then I think that's what it should do.
That's why I came up with the $500. I mean, oh, and part of that, by the way, is that it'll be for our cost, would be a flat $500 to, to enforce that through the courts.
You get the 5, we get the 1.
You get the fine, we get the pot. But I will tell you, I mean, we're actually we'll take the short end of that one for a while because until we get the process down, I'll end up spending a lot more time than that 500. But once we get the process down, well, hopefully two things. Number one, once we get the process down and a few people pay $500, we don't have a lot of people.
Right.
But the second thing is, once we get the process down, $500, that's a couple of hours of my time, and that's, mine and my staff's time, and that's enough. We can make that work.
Well, we'll discuss that part of it on the 25th. Executive, or do we have to vote on that?
We don't have to vote on it. I don't think I don't think it can be discussed in an executive session because it doesn't fall into the categories of
Okay.
personnel or something like that. We could do it in a special meeting. I could come at the workshop night, but let me try and get you a draft of something prior to
Yeah.
workshop. So you said,
Yeah, then,
You guys get us a list of like,
Who we've got out.
yeah, and how much.
And
And I guess it would be your guys' discretion on, like, after, if one has it for like, depending on how many violations, I mean, if they just have one for garbage or trash, it's $25. But then if they have weed, vegetation, garbage, this, like, all for
yeah,
$25, and they're still not paying, then we might want to send that to
yeah.
attorney.
Yeah.
Because some people might have multiple violations at different ordinances.
Yeah, I would think that normally speaking, the way we do it, if we write an ordinance violation, everything that we see in that moment that we're writing that ordinance is all one paperwork set.
So,
So like if I go to a house and, let's say just because we've talked
but
about
they
it
would-
recently, let's say I find that they got a chicken and they've got weeds growing up around their house and something else, like, let's say they got an engine hanging from their tree with Christmas lights on it, because who knows in this town.
Hey.
I've seen weirder things, I promise. It's not like we don't send out 3 sets of paperwork. It's all put on that one set of paperwork and sent as that.
But it's listed as you broke this ordinance, then you broke this ordinance.
so do you charge $25 for each break, and that'd be $75, or is it just one $25 ordinance
It
violation?
would be the cumulative of it. So
Yeah,
like
three.
each one would be whatever that lines out as a first offense, second offense. Like let's say it's the second time I violated him on his grass, but it's the first time I found him he's got a chicken. Then he would end up with a $50 fine for his grass and a $25 fine, or well, he'd probably end up with a warning for his chicken. And then like if we come back and he still hasn't abated the chicken issue, then
There's
he
no
gets
warning.
fined, and so be
There's
it.
no warning.
I thought we had a warning, didn't we? Weren't we gonna do a warning?
Well, the fine schedule doesn't have to have a warning like that.
no, it doesn't. I mean,
That's a
police officer, the officer always has discretion to whether or not they want to. So essentially, I'm not writing a fine and giving you a warning. It's not necessarily a written warning.
Right.
By the same token, since they do have discretion, if they walked up and they said, well, you got a grass problem, and they just, that I'm gonna let the grass grow forever and there's nothing you can do about it. Okay, well, you don't get a warning then. You've already made it very clear,
Correct.
there's no requirement to have a warning. If it's not I don't think it's in the ordinance. The ordinance just says the fine.
That's the whole reason we have officer discretion. If I show up at somebody's house and it's little old lady, 90 years old, and can't mow her own grass, I'm gonna be like, hey, what do we need to do to help you get this so you don't have to get this fine?
Bring your mower.
But if I show up and, I've already, I'm like, dude, like, we gotta take care of this grass, and he walks out and starts screaming at the police, I'm probably not gonna be as obliged to give you a warning. It's just kind of one of those things where it's discretionary.
All right, then next, go ahead, all right,
I was gonna say, how do you want this?
your name, right beside your name.
Okay. I'm just gonna put a check mark that I agree with all of it.
Oh, no. Then the last thing, or second last thing is Matt gave us the ordinances for the fire hydrant obstruction and the public safety and operational one. I just need you guys to vote if you want.
Has this been reviewed by Chris?
I have not seen.
I gave it to you, yeah. I gave it to you. Last month. When he gave it to me.
Maybe I did hang on. And I think I responded to you, didn't I? Didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I looked.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, he sent them. So they're good
Yeah.
on this end. We just need, y'all, cause I know I think you, I don't even know. To approve these ordinance. This ordinance is just you and me. For whatever reason.
What'd you say?
These ordinances were written up, and it's just me and you. I don't know why.
Well, I.
Just line yourself in and then I'll.
yeah,
change
yeah,
this back
everybody's
page.
everybody's.
Yeah.
I'll change this back page to lot. I'll line everybody in and change this back page and then I will show you that it is the page.
Falling back into old ways.
So you just need to vote if you want to accept these ordinances.
So do I have a motion that we accept the ordinances?
Make a motion.
Dwight made a motion, I'll second, all in favor? Aye. All opposed, motion carried. Does that wrap us up?
Okay, so just really fast. Sign your lives away. We had the park board meeting on Tuesday. Was it Tuesday?
Monday.
Monday?
I think.
We,
Monday.
Monday or Tuesday, I don't know. We have been accepted for the patronicity grant again. It's a matching grant, 50-50, 50,000. The money will be well spent and the park would be finished in the spring of next year. As long as we, raise our half of it. So we're asking everybody to donate so that we can get it finished. Some of the things that are gonna be done, the memory bricks with your names on them. And I found out a question that you asked me, the $50 pays for the name stamp. They don't have to pay extra for the stamp.
We'll talk.
Okay. Basketball goals, fencing around the courts, landscaping, flags. Bronze plaques for the top donators.
$1,000 donators.
Huh?
Those $1,000 donators.
It said 5K to 8K.
Oh, those are five, okay.
Yeah. Locking for the fire pits, grill, they need to get a grill made. I can't say the word, around.
Around the stairs.
Yeah. Saw iron fencing at the poles, finish the fountain,
And that's for pickleball court too?
yeah. And then, and sidewalks, all of it is included in the 100,000 and it is the 100,000. Christian, who's doing our sidewalks now. He donated $1,000 of his bid to make sure that we had the emergency services and all the flags that we needed. And if it goes to polls and somebody donates flags, he said whatever we want to spend it on towards the flags. And that was it.
So we're gonna be sending out, like, how do we gonna send out letters for the grants or like how? or what we did in the
Rebecca
past?
Powell, Ryan's wife, she's really worked diligently with me, get this grant, show me how to do this grant, they've never done one. She, has typed up a letter to send out to the businesses that we the businesses that we had reached out to before and others, because she knows a lot of people. And then only thing that we have to provide is the letter type or print it out and give her envelopes. The rest of it, she's gonna take care of it. Have you seen the flyer on Facebook?
On my-
It's on her page. I've shared it.
Oh, yeah, because I remember
That's-
her posting it.
It looks nothing like that. It's a letterhead, it's a letter on our letterhead. And the drawing of the park that will go out into the public. She's had me doing a lot of stuff, so I made our mission statement. For more grants that she's gonna try to get. And grants and or donations, she wanted us to have a mission statement. So her and I have really worked hard, but she's worked harder. And
She
I,
did that in her past job.
yeah, and I think at the meeting on Tuesday, I couldn't thank her enough for everything that she's
Yeah.
done. I really appreciate all the help. She really helped. She showed me a lot of stuff, so. Am I a grant writer? No. Am I going to write grants? No, I'm gonna call her. Cause I know. Somebody else can learn that. I'll give you the information, you guys can do it. But other than that, that's pretty much everything that I have.
All right, having said that, we have a motion to adjourn.
Second.
I'll make a motion.
She is making a motion. All in favor?
Is that-
Aye.
Aye.
Motion to, motion to.
Okay, not like that.
Yeah.
Is that not nice, like you? Oh,
It's live. Don't
Yep.
know.
that's good. There's something on Facebook.
And they'll probably post it here in just a second. Invite it.
I thought
Is this
people-
public?
Well, anyway.